Hello, beautiful beings. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Henry, and I am excited to welcome you into this divine sacred space. It's been so long, and I'm so excited, but also nervous. And I wasn't really planning on making a reading, filming a reading, but these days I have been so pulled towards just sitting down and filming a collective tarot reading for all of you, for all of me, for all of us. So, yeah, if you see this, just know that this is meant for you and it's going to be applied to whatever season of life you're currently in. I know for me personally, my current season of life has been very emotional and flowy, and I don't know, it just feels like everything is changing internally before it's changing externally. So I feel like I need a lot of light shed upon my path, so maybe you do too. So we're gonna be diving right into it. So if you see this, just know it's meant for you. And ooh, okay, don't fall. You're gonna be seeing all of my awkwardness, so I just need to get used to doing those things again. But let's dive right in and see what needs to be heard, what needs to come through for the people tuning into this reading. Ooh, okay. Let's find out. And I just saw 555. That's beautiful. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. Curiosity is a type of magic, okay? I feel like a lot of you guys are being called to pick up a new hobby, some new books or something from your, this is gonna be very specific, but I feel like a book from your childhood home or something like that, or like a skill or a hobby that you did when you used to live back at home. You need to pick that up again for some reason. And I don't know why, especially if you've been feeling like you are not really ahead of your game in life. You need to pick up this specific hobby you used to do as a child, because that's gonna make you feel like you're ahead of your game again. I hope I'm making sense. That's gonna make you feel like you're on top of your game again. You need to pick up that hobby that you used to do as a child in order to feel like you are getting further in life, because I agree that this has been a very stagnant season for so many people that I know, and for myself as well. Like, I'm just literally just coming out of that stagnant season of my life. So if you are feeling that right now, whenever you're watching this, it's timeless. Pick up that hobby. And if you're already like a very like hobby orientated person, I don't even know if that's a word, but if you already pursue a lot of creative things, there's something else lingering that I know that you're wanting to do, but you're just not allowing yourself to do that, you know? And for me, this like pull out of my stagnant era was definitely music. And that's what I spent a lot of time doing in the past year. And that's also why I haven't been uploading here, because I was just, you know, like adjusting to my new life and decided that I wanted to pursue different things. Little did I know, this will always be lingering, but I feel like there's something and you know it. And I feel like if you don't know it, you know, the thing that you need to do, it's lingering within you, within your soul, within your heart. But maybe sometimes we don't even allow ourselves to entertain dreaming about our dreams, you know, or like entertaining, even thinking about what we want to do in life. So for example, let's say you want to be a writer or a pop star, you know, you want to be the next Sabrina Carpenter. And you know, subconsciously, deep down, you have that dream within you, you know, and it's like a very pure, beautiful energy that you're always carrying within you. but you never even dare to think about it because it seems so far away from who you currently are. But guess what? It's always a part of you. It's always lingering within you, right? So I feel like that's what's happening right now. You need to allow yourself to entertain that dream, even if it's like becoming an like influencer, or I'm also getting like choosing a very out of the norm path in your family. So you may be somebody in your family that is choosing this path for the first time ever. It's kind of like, you know, not even breaking a generational curse, but like creating a whole new generational path for generations to come, if I'm making sense. This is what's happening right now. I also feel like you're being called to go to the bookstore and buy yourself a book you really feel drawn to. And I don't even know why this is popping up. I saw it in the beginning of the reading, so I'm mentioning this now. I feel like you need to go to the mall or go to the local bookstop shop and just buy that book you have been or you will feel very connected to. And maybe it's about that hobby. Maybe it's about like you know, like a certain book about your favorite singers live or something. You know, maybe it's just something that is inspiring you to go further down the path of this talent and hobby, whatever it is. Like, it's just, you need to do it. Like, you need to stop making excuses for not entertaining that dream, because at this point it's really becoming embarrassing, you know? And I had this as well. I was always like, you know, I love making music, and it took me like 22 years to actually stop being shy and start sharing it, you know, and start singing freely and just create without judgment, because it comes straight from my heart. So why do I feel the need to allow other people's energies or opinions into my work, you know? And this is the same that you should be doing. I don't know. And for some of you guys, it's like, you need to stop dressing so fucking boring. And I'm sorry if this comes across judgmental. I think everyone is beautiful. Every one of you is beautiful, you know? But for some of you, you are really putting yourself into this outdated version of yourself, you know, wearing the same clothes you always wear because you're too scared to step out of your comfort zone and wear something glittery or like vibrant, you know? Like, this is just I feel this so deeply, you know? Or you wanna like paint your nails, do your makeup, dye your hair. Like, there's something that's going on here, and I see this in the woman that is standing right here, you know? Like, she has dyed hair and like a very interesting outfit on. Like, it's you. You know, like, there's something that needs to change within your physical appearance as well. Not because I'm telling you that something is wrong with you, but you deeply know that you want to embrace yourself differently. You deeply know that, you know? So I'm just telling to you, like, start doing things differently, because at this point you are no longer meant to be in the outdated version of yourself. It's like you're a caterpillar evolving into a butterfly, and you can no longer stay inside the cocoon because you're already breaking out of it, but you're clinging on to that. You want to stay in there so bad, you know? And that is not okay. And that's why I'm here to tell you that you need to break out of the cocoon. I know it's cozy, I know it's nice, but listen, what awaits you is far better than you ever imagined, you know? And at some point after the initial scare of stepping out of the cocoon, you will start feeling comfortable again with the new version of yourself, until that version is also outdated. And there's a pigeon just going crazy outside my window. But, you know, like, it's a never-ending cycle, and right now you just need to step the fuck out of it. Like, come on, you know? Like, you know you can do better. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? It's a pigeon. Guys. What am I saying? Break free, fly high, you know? Find a way to fly, find a way to fly. You know, like the Bluebird song from Lana Del Rey. It's, yes, liberation. Breaking free from a negative attachment. Bitch, you need to break out of that cocoon. Come on. Come on. And also, I feel like for some of you, you're just complaining that there's so much stagnancy in your stagnation in your life, but it's you that's causing this stagnation. Because once you would allow yourself to break out, once you would allow yourself to, you know, you will gain so much speed, so much fast pace in your life. So don't complain to the universe that everything feels stagnant right now. There are times where, yes, it's not really you, it's just the overall energy. But I feel like you already should have broken out of that, right? That natural cycle of stagnation is already over. It's you who's continuing to consciously or subconsciously decide to continue being stagnant. You know? So spread your mother freaking wings, because then you will start feeling this speed energy coming back to you, and things are going to be moving fast. And also, guys, listen, I feel like throughout my last year there were many points, very intense points, where I felt like I needed to make a decision, and that would always, like, in my life up until this point, it would always very much like paralyze myself, because I was scared of making the wrong decision. So sometimes we linger around with trying to make a decision, even though it's actually a decision in itself, because you're deciding to stay in the unknown. And for me, it was like so much more anxiety, so much more stress, so much more stagnant energy, not being able to continue further, because I was so focused on trying to make the right decision and not deciding at all and being in the unknown. I feel like this may be you as well. So sometimes, actually, a lot of the time, guys, there is no right or wrong. Both decisions, both of the two or even more paths you can take, will lead you to what you need in life, period. What is important for you right now is to just make a decision, you know? And I'm gonna be pulling another card on this, because something needs to, he said, 9 of Wands. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. Guys, I feel like you're so scared to make the wrong decision, to a point where you're like, but if I make the wrong one, my life is gonna end. Or if I make the wrong one, I will never be this happy again. Bullshit. Every single decision that you're going to make will have its negative and positive points. So stop stressing so much about it and just decide, like, you know? And it's funny because I feel like I'm telling this to my younger self, aka who I've been all my life, especially the person that I was those last couple of months, because I was so indecisive. And I feel like through this indecisiveness, I really healed that part within myself, because I finally realized to just make a decision, you know? I don't know. So, well, I do know. That's what I'm telling you. But anyway, one more card, because I feel very motivated to read more. Okay, Eternal Dance, Movement, Wheel of Life, Path of Least Resistance. Guys, stop resisting life, start living it. Throw a fucking, like, roll a dice or something, or like flip a coin to make the decision. Use a random number generator on Google. Like, obviously, I think you should always choose and make the decision that comes from your heart and soul, you know, so tune into that first. Obviously, I think you already know what you want to do. But also, like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And I know we get caught in life thinking that everything is so deep and that everything is like so, you know, out to hurt us, and it's so intense and it's so, you know, whatever. But guys, I'm telling you, it's not that deep, because there's so much more to come, and you will look back on this moment in the future being like, wow, it was not that deep. So guys, it's not that deep, okay? I feel like this is truly the message here. And we also have the flame tree sitting right here, the start of something new. I love this, guys. I'm just picking up the few cards I have left here. Ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. So do you see the beautiful balance of fire and water right here? Do you see it? So I feel like either path is gonna be beautifully fulfilling and has its negative and positive sides very much in the same way. But I also feel like, and this is gonna sound very specific, you need to connect with the color blue more, with the waters. You need to, like, you know, channel your siren mermaid energy, your siren mermaid merman energy, because I feel like you need to connect with that part of yourself more. You need to connect more with what you actually want in life. You need to connect more with your deeply running heart's emotions rather than your fear. And also pay great attention to your dreams, because I feel like recently your ancestors have been hitting you with some messages in your dreams. So if you have not been recording that first thing in the morning, you should. You know what I like to do sometimes when I have very intense dreams? I wake up and I don't want to write it down because I'm too sleepy, so I just get my phone, open the voice memo app and start recording myself. And I was like, oh, so I just had a dream, you know? Like very raspy, very quiet, and very much almost still asleep. But sometimes I listen back to these and I'm like, ooh, this meant something. So if you're too lazy to keep a dream journal, record your voice. Record that shit. It's very helpful. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, guys. Let me know if it resonated. I had so much fun doing this. Thank you for being here. I love you. And see you very soon. Hopefully sooner.